Once we've defined our business process, like we did in video two, that we're trying to solve for, you want to get a bit more detailed here. So we had the general process of what is how do we want to handle cases when they come in through email. I'm looking at the same diagram here, and I've added one extra little tick like section here, and it says what are the steps to our support process. So an example is what are like new, working, and closed. Like how do we want, if you had a visual to understand everything that was going on in your customer support process, if you wanted to categorize these tickets, how would you categorize them? New, working, closed, right? Just an example, you might have 10 steps, you might have 3 steps. This could get a lot more complicated depending on your product. It could be, an escalation to product team or whatever it may be. You just want to map that out. Second question, how would you want to categorize these things, right? Do you have basic categories like product, billing, non-support related, sales? What about a subcategory, right? Under product, is it UI, access licenses? How specific do we need to be? When we're just getting started, remember that it's important to keep things simple, right? Keep it simple, stupid, like everyone says. The more complexity that you add at this point, the more training and the more development time that goes into getting started. So remember that our initial goal was to solve the very pinpointed problem of centralizing email tickets and giving our agents somewhere to work them. Uh, the what comes after that is some of the iterations that you can do to refine your reporting and all of that. So if we look at Salesforce here, just to give us an example, the next video goes a little bit more in depth to all the structure and prerequisites, but we're looking at a support case, right? So I'm listed as the case owner. I can see who the contact is, who the account is, what type of ticket it is, the case, the reason for the case, the email that they emailed in with, the phone number, and some more details here. So it just gives you an idea of how you might be looking at a case like this. You can see the different statuses in this test score are pretty similar to what we had mapped out: new, working, escalated, and closed. If we jump back to this whiteboard, you can see here that the results, to focus on this a little bit more, and the power of Salesforce is I'm now able to report off of all these things, right? So the more categorization I have and the more context I can provide on this case ticket as a service agent, the more I can report on this and kind of identify what's going on in our service department. Another thing here is if I come over to the feed, when you're handling cases in Salesforce, you can actually handle all of the emails and case communication in the platform. So rather than someone having to work through email, they can come in here, see the case details. You can actually set Salesforce up so you're working through the platform, not working in email and the platform, right? So that's just a little bit of a Salesforce sales pitch there. But again, the purposes of this video is to continually pound the idea that we are pinpointing a problem, and this is just where we're getting started with Salesforce, right? I'll quickly list out the results of uh, what we would have as an asset after solving this problem in our next video. So if we zoom out to the 1,000-foot journey or like mission of Salesforce, again, it's to get to know your customers better, and we're going to look at the result of having one process like this solved in Salesforce, and what you can build off the back of that.